Good afternoon. My name is Ruben Vasquez, presenting for Aspen University July 2016 term. The course is ADC 665 Advanced Addiction Counseling Skills, presenting a role play scenario for existential therapy. Thank you. Hey Pablo, how are you? Thanks for coming in today. What brings you into the office today?
Well, today I'm kind of on edge. I mean, the other day, I went to a party, and so I met up some friends over there, and they had another friend with them, and that friend had some drugs on him, and he wanted to do a speedball, and one of my other friends joined him, and I didn't. I joined him in the drugs, but I mean, I didn't want to do a speedball with them, so. Actually, one of them ended up having to go to the hospital because of that. It got really serious, and I was really scared for him. And
you've been trying to stop doing drugs, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And in the middle of that, in the middle of the trip to the hospital, he died. I checked his pulse, and he was gone. And when I got to the hospital, they told us he was dead, and I was kind of down. And I went back to the party because I left my phone. So. Because I was in a rush to get to the hospital for my friend. So I got back, and my other friend, he was lying dead on the floor because he continued doing the speedball, and he was dead on the floor, and I had that kind of near-death experience, and that kind of like my life, like in the climax of all this, like my life flashed before my eyes, and it kind of gave me an idea. It's just like I mean, I just was really scared. I mean, I don't really want to do it now. It gave me a better perspective. Like I don't want to do the drugs anymore, and I need to be more appreciative about what life has given me and what I can give back, and things I can do better, like spending more time with family and friends, and stop doing drugs and just stuff like that.
So basically, if I understand this correctly, it was a very powerful experience, and you had the opportunity to experience two deaths from close friends, I assume, because you hang out with them. There were one OD'd on drugs, and then the other one died on the way back. So there were two very powerful death experiences that really has put life into perspective in you. Am I correct?
Right.
Okay. So now, for you facing death, it really put things into perspective. Like you thought that you could die. I mean, now it sets a reality to thinking of, what does it make you think? What things were you thinking about at that particular moment? You talked about wanted to be closer to family and things like that, but expand on that a little bit more.
Before, I mean, I thought I was invincible. I thought I could get by on life and everything would be fine and everything went my way, and I thought nothing could hurt me, and I thought I was just stuff like not spending it, like it didn't matter. I thought small stuff like doing it didn't really matter. After this experience, like it gave me that kind of that actual experience of feeling the life or death situation, and it just kind of puts in perspective that I'm not really invisible at all, and I actually can get seriously hurt if I keep doing this.
So based on this experience, what do you think is really valuable to you now?
Spending more time with family, trying to make amends to things I've done wrong in the past, because I mean, the next time I see him could probably be like, you never know what's gonna happen. So the next time I see him could be my last time. So, and just make the best out of it.
Right. So now basically relationships have more value to you, and relating to the surrounding world and what the drugs have brought to you. Correct? I mean, what bad things drugs have done into your life, and you mentioned you were trying to get away from drugs, so so you're starting to realize the negative repercussions from using drugs, right? Okay. So looking back at what you've done, uh, have you ever thought about? Have you ever had a life death experience before? Have you ever experienced such a powerful moment like you experienced this weekend?
Sometimes I had the experience, but it's not until you experience it up close that, like, you just realize that it's just like that really could be me. It's like I never really thought about it. Like, I never thought of it realistically.
So in the past, I guess you would probably say that it was more of like a abstract of how you viewed death.
Yes.
So now the concept of death becomes very real. So you talked about you used to feel that you were invincible and that nothing could happen to you. So now summarizing that, where do you stand today? What was the biggest part of that near-death experience?
It was the awareness for where I am now.
Okay.
It's just,
So you gain a large amount of awareness of, just death and life and what you've accomplished and where you want to go with your life. We know that death has certain circumstances. We're always going to die. We're going to die, and it's inevitable. And you want to do everything you can or everything you need to do with the people that you want that are important to you, so that you feel that you're in the right with the right people and doing the right things that are going to affect your future.
right.
So expand on that a little bit more.
I mean, I could have been doing more with the people, like, I wanted to do more with. Like, I could have been doing more with my family, and just it gave me a new mentality. And my regrets. Like, I have a lot of regrets in my life, and this gave me a perspective. I need to make amends for that.
So basically, you're starting to realize that the drugs and the people that you're around with, those friends were not probably being a positive influence to you. So you appreciate the fact that you want to live a better life. Am I getting that correctly?
Yes.
Now, you've had a very frightening experience, very powerful death experience where it really puts life into perspective, and what you want out of life. How does that mean to you?
It's hard to put that experience, because it's just with all that, like, intensity, there was a very intense time, and I can't really explain that much.
Yeah.
Like, relate to that much.
So it sounds like you really want to channel your life in a positive way, now that you've seen everything, the consequences of where you were going. Is that correct?
Yeah, I don't want to go back to the drugs. I don't want to be around the people I usually kind of am around. I want to be around a different environment and of people free of, like, most of the friends that I was around and the drugs. I want to be free of that, for sure.
So now, with this, I think if I'm gathering what you're telling me today, that experience is allowing you to be able to live just free, or free from those drugs, free from the bad behavior, being able to look inside of yourself and to be able to say, okay, what am I doing? I really want to do something with my life. I want to be close to family. Walk me through some of the ideas that you think you would like to accomplish now after that death experience, moving forward.
Feeling fulfilled, and I want to be liked, and I want to know who I am.
Understanding self.
Yeah, who am I? And I want to. What else? I want to be able to be a cause.
Do better.
Yeah, do better, and be. I better, yeah, just be better for my family and my friends.
Would you say that that would be like kind of reconsidering what your life is about and who you really want to be?
Yeah.
Well, that's great. That's very powerful. And you know, I'm very sorry that your friends lost their life. I know that that's got to be a very, very powerful experience, and it says a lot about your character for you to be able to come in and be able to put what your life is in perspective and look back and reflect at what things you have done incorrectly and what things you want to move forward in the future. And really, I think we can probably start working with that, you know, trying to start working and understanding yourself and continue to move forward in that behavior. And again, thanks for coming in, and I wish you all the best, and we'll see you again next week, and we'll talk about this again in counseling next week. How's it?
Yep.
Good. Thank you very much.